Hey, hey. Alberto, ya estás aquí. ¿Qué onda, bro? Hola, buenos días. Good morning, guys, boys and girls. Ah, hey. ¿Acampaste? Y luego durmió. ¿Cómo nos íbamos a perder esto, no? Buenos días, Jorge. ¿Cómo nos íbamos a perder esto? Poco Launch Event. Esta presentación son propiedades de Poco. Poco. Déjenme subir un poquito, creo que lo tengo hiper bajo el volumen.
Hello everyone, welcome to our online launch event. We're very excited to kickstart the year and be back on stage. My name is Angus and I'm the head of product marketing at POCO
Angus.
Global. Now it's actually been over 6 months since I've stepped on stage, so it feels a little bit weird. But first, I want to wish everyone a belated happy
Dejen su
New
like,
Year.
chicos.
We're very excited to enter 2023 with lots of new products aligned. It will be one of a kind a year. Now 2023 also marks a special milestone for us. The POCO brand will be 5 years old in 2023, and we've done a lot in the last 5 years. We went from being only
Lo dice
known
que no
for the
quiero
POCO
Xiaomi,
M1 to
pues
expanding
cuando
to the POCO
pagan.
series, bring social media content, and building out the POCO community family. Every event and action we do is an effort for us to get to know you guys better. Now in 2022, we tested out the waters to get even more information about what you guys need or want. Which is why we launched 9 products in very different segments last year.
9
From our
productos.
F4 series to our newly introduced C series. 9 products in a year was a challenge for us, but it was a necessary challenge. We saw massive success with multiple models, which taught us more about what we should be doing this year. In 2023, we will be showcasing what we learned, and X series will be what
Cuando
we're
pagan o
introducing
me
today.
regalan el cel me pongo
Today, we will be
bien
introducing the
fanboy, ¿no?
X5 series, which we believe is made for the young content consumers and creators. For the first time, we will be launching the base and the Pro together. So let's get started. Our POCO X5 5G will be the first to be introduced. And what you need to know about this device is, with the X5, its experience is just right. Everything is just right. But what do we really mean by just right? With what we learned from last year, most of us are actually content consumers. We spend most of our time on social media, texting our friends, streaming, and surfing the web or reading the news. Which got us thinking, if you're in the market for a phone that can
Dejen
easily
su
handle all
like,
the basics
chicos.
and
No
not break
necesitas
the
un
wallet,
teléfono de $600.
most users don't need to consider a smartphone above
Pues
$600. Today, our X5 5G can meet all of those needs. Actually, we want to reset the standard of a $200 segment smartphone with our POCO X5. Technology has been growing so fast, and in 2023, smartphone technology has really matured to the point where mid-range devices are getting really, really good. So when we come back to this, with content consumption in mind, what is the single most important feature related to all of it? The right display. We want to offer just the right display because it's probably the one thing we look at most from a digital device in our daily lives nowadays. So quality and eye care are really important. We realize that in the current segment of $200 smartphones, a lot of mid-rangers are still mostly using LCD panels, which was probably fine last year. But in 2023, we want to be one of the first to change that trend. This is why we're providing AMOLED Tech display
AMOLED
with our
Tech.
POCO X5. It's the first X series base model that features an AMOLED display. and it's just such a wonderful
Por eso se llama
experience.
POCO. Te da poco de todo.
With AMOLED
Wow.
technology,
Qué
one of the most obvious differences is that you can see
originalote.
incredible contrast ratio between the two, as LCD has light lighting up the whole panel, and AMOLED
No es
is
cierto. Yo lo estoy viendo en un monitor LCD ahorita y no se ve así, güey, tampoco, güey.
So the color
O sea,
black
un
for
LCD de
example,
mala calidad,
is
sí,
even
¿no?
more real with AMOLED, and the colors become more vivid. Now, moving on to brightness, when you compare the panels next to each other, is how bright AMOLED can get. With AMOLED, peak
Porque
brightness
ese auto
allows
tiene
you to
dos sables
display the
Jedi, no
brightness
uno,
needed.
dos.
But not only it's bright, of course, without AMOLED in the POCO X5, we have DCI-P3 wide color gamut, which brings
No es
accurate coloring
un
to
bug,
our users'
Jorge.
viewing
Es una manera de
experience.
decirte que ya has jugado
When
lo
you stream
suficiente.
really colorful content, such as nature documentaries on your smartphone, it's really immersive and true to life. Now, I did say that in most smartphones in this segment, they are using LCD panels, but some do feature AMOLED. That's just the first step.
Pues los monitores, güey.
How about the speed? How do we really change the standard? Featuring 120 Hz refresh rate in an affordable range. High refresh rate has become the standard in flagship phones. In 2023, we want to bring that down to $200 segment as well. We want to take the lead by giving you one of the highest refresh rate on this segment on an AMOLED panel.
Oye, me extraña que no hayan corrido este vato, es el mismo todavía. Denle su like, guys.
It really is the right display for all your daily content consumption. Swiping through Amazon, Twitter, TikTok, so smoothly while viewing with great colors and quality. But not only the X5 screen is top quality and smooth, eye care is absolutely critical. The X5's AMOLED display has passed 2 display tests, the SGS eye care test and the Seamless Pro display test, making sure that even throughout long hours of
Allá atrás dice Samsung OLED.
is doing its best ability to protect your eyesight.
De Samsung,
Now let's check out a video that describes the POCO X5's display.
A lo mejor es otro y realmente no lo reconozco.
So this is our POCO X5 display, just right for content consumption, with all the essential features of quality, smoothness, and in this segment,
Un juego que ni existe, déjate eso, güey. Cuando andas en tu tren bala super moderno, siempre es una chinga, ¿no? No poder ver los juegos bien.
In our POCO X5, we will be featuring the Snapdragon 695. Now, this processor came from its Pro model from last year, which we were extremely satisfied with. Now, this also means for the first time, our X series from base and Pro will be featuring 5G network.
Dejen su like, guys.
But the biggest highlight of Snapdragon 695 is that it's super power efficient. With the TSMC 6nm process, it doesn't overheat
Buenos días, Jared.
the battery too quickly.
Potencia.
$300
Tenemos
but
potencia.
it's not fast enough or it's too slow. If you take the Snapdragon 695 and do a comparison in Antutu benchmark, you find it outperforming older mid-range chipsets such as the 732G, which was actually a very awesome chipset when we launched with the X3 NFC. But with an Antutu over 400,000, casual gaming, opening multiple apps will have no issues at all. And when we did run it
Free
with the latest
Fire,
Battle Royale
60
game, Free Fire,
frames.
we played for about 1 hour under high graphics.
Ya sabemos para
60
quién va
FPS
esto, ¿no?
settings. Now, it reached an average
Dejen
of
su like,
59.5
guys.
for this whole hour, while the smartphone was only at a temperature of 37.4. 37.4, which means you won't feel the phone getting hot at all. It's honestly more than enough for gaming for 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours, yay. But we also, on top of that, with a great processor, we also have great RAM and ROM options.
Oh, sí, compraron un teléfono hace 3 años.
Up to 8
Oh,
GB and ROM
gosh.
optional up to 256 GB.
Me compré un Xiaomi cuando en
Or
estas
consider
presentaciones
getting
digan
the beloved
brutal.
expandable storage that can go up to 1 TB. And this is also the first time we actually put 8GB RAM option in our base series model. And when you do need that extra RAM for even more multitasking, or you want to keep more apps in the background, we have dynamic RAM expansion technology 3.0. Now this means if your device, if you have an 8GB RAM device,
dejen su like, o se los digo en inglés, please remember to leave your like. Solo como la maestra de inglés esa que queda la plaza.
Making sure I have enough RAM space for the apps that I'm actually running in the background. So this is our X5's performance. So we start with 5G network that is featured.
Buenos días, Richard.
Then we add in 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage for your saved media content. So what we deem this is the right performance for content consumption. Now let's take a quick glance of our design of the POCO X5. So let's start with the color black. A classic color for all smartphones, but a choice that can
Vamos a verlo por el lado amable, se le puede aumentar la memoria. Sí, ¿no?
Under really bright light, you'll see it change to a dark gray tone. So it's got a little metallic feel to it. Up next, we have our blue, which I believe is my personal favorite for the POCO X5. It just becomes so vibrant, youthful, and full of personality. And lastly, we're
lleno de personalidad.
X series. Green.
Como que últimamente andan muy metidos con los verdes, ¿no?
You want something between the classic feel and the vibrant feel. So green hits that spot. So here are the 3 color options for our POCO X5. 3 stunning colors. So I'm very curious which one is your favorite.
Te lo vendo.
Now, we talked about the color options which showcase the overall look.
Dejen su like, chicos. Apoyen con el like.
X5, we also took a hard look at weight and thinness. Our previous generation from 2 years ago was pretty heavy, was a little bit thick, but we see the modern mid-range smartphones are still rather bulky in general. So let's weigh in on the POCO X5. It only comes in as 7.98mm thin, which is below 8. And in smartphone standards,
a mí el color que menos me gustó del Pixel fue el verde. El blanco con verde. A mí se me hace muy bonito. Ah, el Pro fue él, ¿no? Ese lo tenía en 8 ya con envío, bro, pero ahorita lo tengo. Tal vez piden la semana. Aguante. Oye, que me van a mandar otro, doy,
But whenever a smartphone becomes thinner, lighter, usually a lot of users question, oh, did you guys decrease the battery life? It's the X series. Never worry about battery life. It comes with a 5,000 milliamp all-day battery, a standard size for mid-range smartphones these days.
Compas, dejen su like, amigos. Que valga la pena la desvelada.
You can watch tons of content and scroll through social medias for hours.
El rosa. Oh, el rosa no me van a llegar esta semana. Puro blanco y negro.
And when you do need to charge it, with 33-watt fast charging, you can charge the 5,000 milliamp battery in just 68 minutes. So just a little bit over 1 hour. You could be making dinner or watching a movie, and by the time, it'll be charged. And when we compare ourselves with the Samsung A70 series in charging, we're also 35% faster than them, which makes this the best mid-range charging speed available in the $200 segment. And of course, when it comes to the overall design experience, we still have these little.
¿Y tus FIFO F1 los tiraste? Ah, no creo si los vendió, tenía que regresarlos.
NFC for wireless payments, and lastly, that headphone jack for that high-quality audio experience. So we talked about the POCO X5 looks, weight, thinness, battery size. Another area we want to talk about today is splash and dust resistance.
IP53 es pues se te moja la regadera nomás.
So when it suddenly starts pouring outside, you don't have an umbrella.
¿Soy yo o se ve exactamente igual que el anterior?
But we didn't stop there. We did a bunch of tests. We did the drop test, the squeeze test, the roller testing, and the charge interface plug test. This is all to make sure we ease our users' worries about mid-range quality. POCO X5 5G has done all of these tests to ensure our quality.
Dejen su like, guys.
And lastly, we've got camera. Now, I did say earlier, this smartphone is all about content consumption, but that doesn't mean we don't have a capable camera. With our X5 5G, it features a 48 megapixel triple camera that is just right for your daily shots. we all have those moments.
Hola, ex primo, ¿cómo andas? Es igual que el anterior con cámaras estilo iPhone. Pues sí parecen las del iPhone. Don Alex se ve igual por fuera, pero por dentro son nuevos.
Main sensor to capture the landscapes, ultra wide for photos, macro for close-up shots.
Tengan su like, chicos.
Your most beautiful self. And of course, selfie camera. We all like to take that selfie once in a while. But we also have a great deal of video modes that you can play around with. Now, out of all of these modes, my favorite is still the movie filters. It's such a cool feature for your short travel videos.
Prefiero el acomodo, no la no, yo no decía la calidad. Es que según yo, bueno, es que es cierto. A lo mejor lo veo diferente por la barra negra que trae, ¿no? No, no puedo en este, Alberto. Cuenta que este es video pagado. Me encanta el olor de bugs por la mañana. La pregunta es, ¿qué nuevos bugs tendrá este Xiaomi? A ver, el precio.
We're fighting hard in the $200 segment. So let's take a look at a comparison first. Now, when we compete ourselves against one of our competitors in the market, in every single category, we're either on par or better, especially in performance, display features, and charging. We take the lead.
Lo están comparando con el Galaxy A33, güey.
Not launch price is around $270. So let's check out our RRP price for the POCO X5. Starting at $249
el grito,
for the low variant and $299 for our high variant. So we're hitting
Grítalo
that
para que suene mejor.
hard with so many great features. Now, I did say it's in the new year. We want to give you that big early bird discount. So with the early bird, it starts at $199 and $249. $199. So we actually just punched below the $200 range for our base model. This is just the right price for sure. So when we come back to this, even when the competitor has a promotional price, our early bird is offering much more value. And even with our RRP price and our base variant, it's still lower. So the POCO X5 5G, with everything it brings, it offers one-of-a-kind value in this segment. Now, the channel availability will be starting February 7th, tomorrow. Don't miss out. Make sure to follow your local social media region accounts to stay up to the latest offers and prices. Now, we talked about our base model. Let's talk about X Series Pro models, which has always been one of the best, if not actually the best-selling model for our brand. Ever since the POCO X3 Pro in 2021, we've had huge success in this line of products. And last year, when we launched the all-around ace, the POCO X4 Pro 5G, it was also a huge success. It was loved by our media friends, saying it's a big improvement all around, punching way above the price point. It was a hit. In fact, it was such a hit. Just at the end of 2022, Mr. Who's the Boss, one of the biggest tech YouTuber, crowned the POCO X4 Pro 5G as the best budget phone of 2022. And since the launch of February in 2022, we shipped more than 2.2 million units globally. So this was definitely one of the best-selling smartphones for us that year.
No recuerdo si Xiaomi ya usó el sensor de uno de Sony en alguno de sus equipos o todavía no se anima. Me curiosidad cómo se comparan mucho con Samsung. Lo que pasa es que Samsung, bueno, uno de los mercados principales es la India. Y en la India, pues, sigue estando muy fuerte Samsung. Y pues toman un teléfono gama baja de Samsung, ¿no?
And videography compared to the base model. So let's introduce the POCO X5 Pro 5G. Now, in my opinion, this might be the fan favorite device this year. So what is the theme? The secret to win. We believe the POCO X5 Pro is one of the best devices we've drawn up and created ever. Which is why our aim this year for the POCO X5 Pro 5G is to be the best smartphone in the $300 segment.
Apple.
It's a bit ambitious, but with the success of previous X Pro models, we definitely have the confidence. So let's get started. First up, winning performance. I know this has always been a crucial point.
Chicos, recuerden dejar su like.
Now, what do we mean by winning performance? What's the secret to winning performance? We learned in the market when you go full on performance, overheats and battery consumption becomes an issue. But when you care too much about power efficiency, you lack performance. Winning performance is all about achieving the great balance of both, which is why we decided to put the Snapdragon 778G in our POCO X5 Pro. One of the most beloved and
¿Estoy
perfect
entendiendo
balance
bien que el
chipsets
precio
on
inicial
the
será
market.
$150? Estás entendiendo muy bien,
Now,
Fernando.
the 778G is a very mature
Felicidades.
processor,
Es usted
but one of the
un
best
ganador.
ever released by Snapdragon. With 4 A78 cores and 4 A55 cores, it has a rare structure even till today. And compared to the new chips, it still matches them with the TSMC 6nm process. So honestly, one of the best processors I've ever come across at this price point. But I do want to highlight a few things on this processor because I will explain the gaming performance shortly. But one thing that really stands out on the Snapdragon 778G is its ISP. So
Saquen las cuentas alternas y dejen likes.
2 gigapixels per second. It can
Vamos,
process
chicos, vamos a llegar a
videos,
30, 40
photos
likes aunque sea.
faster than before. And when it comes to make your camera even smarter, with 12 tops, which means trillion operations per second, it can recognize which environment faster when you're taking photos. And
Lo
then
que me
adjust
desespera de estas
faster.
presentaciones
Snapdragon
es
778G
cómo caminan
has
de
that
lado a lado.
capability, which is why on top of the performance that it's already quite known for, this is a forgotten area. But of course, when we take an overall look of the whole processor and Antutu score against one of the recent mid-range
Más de 100, Richard.
the MediaTek 1080 is
Estamos
still
en un
overtaken.
periodo en el que los
Now,
nuevos
everyone would
modelos de
assume,
móviles no aportan más que cambios de
newer
nombre.
would be better, but we have a different take. To me, SoCs are actually starting to become like cars. A slightly newer car doesn't necessarily mean it's better. The industry is changing fast, and at POCO, we rather choose right than rush to the new. And for those who want to see some FPS testing, we also ran the POCO X5 Pro on a
Hay que
gaming
verse
test.
cool y seguros, por
It
eso la
uses
caminata
PUBG
pedorra.
as a benchmark,
Pero
but the
no
POCO
le veo
X5
caso,
Pro
güey. Creo que hay
was able
muchas
to get
mejores
an
maneras de
average of
hacerlo,
59
¿no?
FPS with just a temperature of 39.8. So it's super cool, but yet very smooth. The overall hardware for speed and power on X5 Pro is winning all around. But we also improved on the software. Introducing the MIUI 14 for POCO. This is our latest OS. And I want to talk about two things we
MIUI
really
14.
optimized this time around. First, I want to talk about how we optimize RAM. This is one of the two key functions that really boosted the overall performance. Now, usually, there's a lot of small apps, widgets, running all the time in the background. So even when a device comes and let's just say you have 6 GB of RAM, you don't actually have the
6
full
gigabytes
6
of RAM.
GB of RAM, which is kind of given. But we want to optimize as much as possible to give our users more usable RAM.
Cha, 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 yo,
Which is why
me.
we optimize functions such as auto start process as the first step.
Huh.
And then a lot more system app usage have been optimized for smaller RAM occupation. And lastly, the overall platform memory usage became smaller on MIUI 14, which means there'll be more usable RAM for our users to run their apps.
Platicémonos cuál es el
without
apartado
actually
más importante en un
using it. So you might think
teléfono.
this is a small
Yo
feature, but
soy
throughout time, throughout
de
usage, it makes a huge difference.
pantalla
And next, we have storage
software, güey.
optimization. Now,
No soy tanto de
storage is
fotos ni
always
nada de
a
eso,
tricky
¿no?
thing. Even when you're making a purchase of a smartphone, you sometimes question, which setup do I need to get? The 128 gigabyte, the 256 gigabyte, which one is enough? Or which one is too much? We understand you want to maximize your storage space, which is why we all have this one problem as smartphone users. Maybe not all, but the huge majority of us. We download a bunch of apps, and we just use it once or twice, and then we just leave it there. And before you know it, you're running low on storage. With MIUI 14 for POCO, it will calculate your usage time. So if you haven't touched the app for 1 month, it will automatically compress it for you to create more space. So it's super handy.
Ya no se
Never have
despertó
to
el
worry.
mic.
So this is our POCO X5 Pro's performance.
¿De verdad hay,
Winning
hay gente
achieved
hypeada
by
por estas
great
luces?
processor
Sí,
and
sí, sí
software.
hay.
No matter what task you throw at it, it's probably going to run pretty great. Now, earlier, we did mention about how great the Snapdragon 778G is in camera capabilities. So let's talk about a winning camera. Now, based on our knowledge from last year, we
Chicos, los
understand
que no han
a lot
dejado
of
su
users
like,
really
dejen su
loved
like, por
and
favor.
really care about camera on the POCO X series. So we want to establish what is a winning camera in 2023. To us, it's got to be clear, versatile, and fast. So clear meaning quality, versatile meaning it's got lots of different functions, and fast means it can actually capture on the spot, which is why one of the first decisions we want to bring back is 108 megapixel. It worked super well in the POCO X4 Pro 5G, and we think it's the winning
Dejé
camera
el siguiente
in the
directo,
segment.
Emilio.
So
Gente
besides
preguntando
108
por Lemos y a mí.
megapixel
Ah,
on the
sí,
POCO
que van a
X5
estar
Pro,
enfadando.
we also feature an ultra-wide camera and a macro camera. Now, some of you may think it's a
A mí
very
el precio me
similar
dejó
camera from
pensando.
last
Están
year.
muy vara. Están
However,
baratos. O
it's
sea,
actually about
la
choosing the
verdad,
right
si yo
processor
requiriera
and
un
the right
teléfono
lens.
gama baja,
It can unlock amazing
lo ideal sería comprarme uno de
possibilities
estos,
and
¿no? Porque
quality that is
es
different.
cierto, en eso anda
There's
una
big
32.
correlation between the two.
Pero tú sabes los
If you have
sacrificios
a
que
great
conlleva
lens,
en
but the
software
processor
o
can't really
durabilidad,
catch
¿no?
up to it, it's not as useful. So firstly, we have these two working together. So speed, night mode, and photography quality has greatly improved compared to the last generation. So experience is completely different. So let's check out the internal structure of this 108 megapixel, and then we jump straight into the photo. Now, with an advanced 108 megapixel, we took this very cool shot. It's got great colors, great details, looks spectacular. But what makes 108 megapixel fun to play around with? It's the ability to really zoom in after you've taken the shot.
Oiga, se ve todo pixeleado.
So over here, when you zoom in closer,
¿Cuánto le donará
you
la
can actually see we
compañía?
placed a little
No
X
mucho.
pin on the collar
No
of the
mucho.
model.
El
So,
objetivo, y te das
we're
cuenta,
playing around the
es
story,
vender lo más que
making the X
puedan.
series.
Y
108 megapixel
pues
is
repetir a veces, ¿no?
probably
Repetir el
one of
mismo
the
equipo,
most entertaining
cambiar la pantalla y
and
vender lo
cool
más que
lens
puedas
in
otra
the
vez.
smartphone market. But up next, we have night mode, which is something I've really realized our fans love to use. So let's check out the latest night mode shot. With our 9-in-1 bidding technology on the POCO X5 Pro, we've actually really improved our night mode. In fact,
Todo bonito, todo
with the
bugueado.
720G's capability,
Déjense like.
night mode becomes clearer and crisper than before. In this shot, we also played around the element of X, and the model just still looks very clear and posing very cool. And then we also took an ultra-wide shot with an X element. We're just having a little bit of fun here.
O sea, lo interesante es que ninguna de las fotos sale con cosas hiper detalladas, ¿no? Como un bosque, árboles, que son los más difíciles. Por ejemplo, el cabello de mi compa ahí le pedía, tiene problemas.
We also have the macro camera, a small feature that can bring out some creativity when you're shooting small objects.
¿Estás viendo la serie de Last of Us? Por supuesto que te digo que sí. Yo creo que no le ganan casi nada, pero eso funciona por el teléfono. Es que no se trata nada más del teléfono, bro. Haz de cuenta que el teléfono es el gancho. De ahí vienen los relojes, que sigas comprando el teléfono, recomendándolo. Llámalo como una manera de engancharte, pues.
Allowing you to capture ultra HD content when you're traveling to places with beautiful landscapes and scenery. And while you're traveling, make sure you take a vlog video to capture those small burst moments of joy.
Dejen su like, nenes.
It's like a personal recap video.
Estoy esperando en calceto, quiero escuchar la opinión de un experto. Que tomen fotos a las uñas de TP. Con la macro. Y fíjate, imágenes y efectos visuales solo son para demostración. O sea, ya este demo no vale nada. ¿Por qué está tan pixeleado? ¿Es la resolución? No, está al máximo. ¿Qué sabe? Sí, nuestra opinión no sirve para nada. Dejen su like, chicos, recuerden. Aquí bien cool escapando del monstruo.
To sum up our POCO X5 Pro's camera, it really is our winning camera. With the help of a mature and fast processor, as well as software improvements, everything changes. Everything becomes better. We want to ensure the X5 Pro's camera is fast, versatile, and clear for our content creators, giving them all the necessary features and tools to create the winning content. So with all those awesome videos and photos being
Sube el
created,
volumen un
of course,
poco al
we need a
discurso del
winning
tipo, no se
display.
escucha bien. ¿Alguien más no
Now,
escucha bien para
everyone
subirle?
knows in this segment of mid-range Pro
¿En tu
models,
opinión se siente de diferencia
AMOLED
entre
is
6 y
that
8 de RAM? No.
in fact, it's actually quite the norm. So how do we take it to the next step? How does POCO X5 Pro 5G takes it to the next step? Today, we want to introduce Flow AMOLED,
Flow AMOLED.
which is also known as flexible display technology. So if you don't know what does flexible display mean, it's actually displays that can be folded or curved when necessary. It's a premium grade AMOLED technology.
¿Qué? BonusTV se convirtió en que juré destruir. ¿Qué juré destruir, güey? Uy, el Fold.
This, of course, is the first
No,
Flow
si hablo
AMOLED
inglés. No, pero
X
pregunto
series.
si escucha bien para subirle
Now,
más, porque a
first
veces
Flow
es
AMOLED
uno y
was
los demás lo
actually
escuchan bien.
featured on our POCO F4 GT, which is our best flagship yet. But we're bringing this down to our X series. But what's the actual benefit? Well, the first thing is how it's designed. As you can see here, the display is actually folded in. So this makes the phone look so much better because the overall look
Ya están haciendo unboxing.
much thinner. It offers a ultra thin bezel. Compared to our last generation, the chin becomes so much thinner.
Lo mejor que pueden hacer es
and creates
presentar
an
un poco, es
immersive
decir, la
experience.
cámara no es tan mala y centrarse en cosas buenas que pueda traer.
But then when we compare most displays in this segment, which uses a glass material AMOLED, Flow AMOLED is lighter and thinner, which will help the overall body feel. But that doesn't mean it's not sturdy. In fact, with Flow AMOLED, we did a drop resistance test for cracked screens. We dropped more than 100 units of X5 Pro from 1 meter, and the resistance achieved 90% plus improvement compared to the last generation. And of course, with all that, we still maintain all the flagship color features, such as DCI-P3 wide color gamut, 10-bit, and HDR10+, ensuring your Flow AMOLED
Dejen
experience
su
is
like.
top-notch in all aspects.
El pedo es que la cámara vende más de
And
lo que
with Dolby
crees.
Vision on board as well, you can view certain content with crystal clear quality, boosting that viewing experience even more so. And just to mention, in case you're wondering, yes, the POCO X5 Pro 5G is on a 120 Hz refresh rate panel. So it offers the flagship combination of
Ese está
Flow
bonito el
AMOLED
diseño.
and 120 Hz experience. Smooth, colorful, and
Lástima
clear.
que cuando lo agarras y arranca el software se lo ves tan mal, ¿no?
With long hours of staring at your screen, we want to make sure with our Pro display, we do our absolute best to take care of your eyesight. Which is why, for the X5 Pro, we're introducing 1920
Menciona mucho el
Hz
tipo de
PWM.
pantalla y no la resolución. Es publicidad engañosa, ya que de paso salga la típica Full HD Plus. No, va a ser Full HD Plus.
1920 Hz PWM dimming will protect your eyes without sacrificing image quality under low light conditions. So let's take a look at a comparison video and how it works.
Un video de comparación. Cuando solo ve el video ya se me bugueó el celular. Gracias, deja tu like. De nada, deja tu like. ¿Tienes pensado con aquí? No. No, en el canal no
So
recibo...
this is
¿Qué
how we
pedo con
display
el video?
Flow AMOLED to take the lead
Pero
on the
¿cómo
rarest
que
feature in the $300 segment. 120 Hz
Ay,
great colors,
no.
quality, and most importantly, eye care that this segment rarely has as well. This is what we deem as a winning display.
No, bro, tengo que comprarlos yo y
Up
prefiero
next,
comprar cosas que
let's talk
pueda
about battery.
luego revender o algo
Battery
así,
is
porque la
pretty much
neta
everything that
lo gano en
goes
el
up in a
canal como para
smartphone.
andar comprando el
So what
idiota.
does winning battery mean to us?
Si Xiaomi me los
It means
manda,
you never have
encantado lo
battery
reviso, güey.
anxiety.
Pero comprarlo yo para revisar Xiaomi, no.
Who are anxious about running out of battery when they're out and want a quick charge. It happens to the best of us. When we've got to go out, we take a look at our smartphone, 23% left. What are we going to do? I got 15 minutes before I have to go outside. And you don't want to carry a power bank. You don't want to carry a charger. But don't worry, the POCO X5 Pros also got an all-day battery with turbo charging. And with our Pro model, we still have an all-day battery of 5,000 milliamp, so the duration is still pretty great. And when we do need to charge up really quickly, we're bringing the 67-watt turbo charging. This is the best combination in my opinion. 67 watt and 5,000 milliamp. So like I said earlier, when you have those moments or you forgot to charge your phone at night, in a time of coffee break, you can charge up the phone up to 30%. Watch a TV episode of 20 minutes or so, and you'll be charged up to 70%. And if you're charging it while having a 30 minutes lunch break at work,
Wow, es
it
para
can
que
charge up to
estén
90%.
más pegados al
It
celular,
becomes so
¿no?
easy and stress-free.
Dejen
So
su
with a
like.
combination of 5,000 milliamp battery and 67 watt turbocharging, you can actually charge up to 100% in just 46 minutes. That's winning charging speed right there.
Sí, con sus 22,000
And in this
miliamperios, ¿no?
segment of mid-rangers, we also compared ourselves with one of the A70 series, which has the same battery size. With 67 watts advantage over 25 watt, the difference is actually double. 46 minutes is super easy, and we're actually much shorter time. And along with 4K video recording and gaming, like the two features we mentioned earlier, you can get more than 5 hours and 7 hours. As you all know,
Eso no
these
se
are very
puede.
demanding features, but yet we can go for all day on a single charge. Of course, we will be pairing the 67 watt charger in box, so they're super handy for your travels. So you don't need to bring multiple chargers, just one to charge all your devices, your laptop, gaming console, earphones, or tablets. It's been great for me personally when I just have to bring one charger for my short trips. So a lot of powerful features. 108 megapixel, big battery, faster charging. Now this phone must be bulky for this range. Well, actually, we're so very much confident on winning design experience. Design has been very
Gracias,
well
Emilio,
thought
por tu
out
like.
for the POCO X5 Pro.
Si alguien aún no da like, por favor, les
So
encargo.
what is winning design? We really had to dig in and ask ourselves this. Is it all about looking good? It's actually more than that. Looking good is absolutely important, but we also want the design to be sleek and functional. A good design experience must meet all three of these areas.
Por temas de ecología, esta vez no se incluye el cargador. Ay, no.
Is
No,
not
tiene que tener el
bulky at all.
cargador.
In
Me
fact,
gusta ese
it's
diseño,
our
¿eh?
slimmest X series yet, sitting at 7.9 millimeters and 181 grams. We've made huge strides ever since our first POCO X3 NFC model, from 9.4 millimeter and over 200 grams. In 2 years' time, we've cut it down to below 8 millimeters and almost at 180 grams. So this makes one-hand usage and the overall feel of this series getting better and better each time. And to further improve hand feel experience, our POCO X5 Pro comes with a flat frame design, which is the winning factor to the ultimate hand feel and grip. Now, we talked about how it feels. Let's check out the colors. First, we have black on the
Negrito.
POCO X5 Pro. Now, with the big deco design and the body, it actually makes up a two-tone black touch to it, making it more premium. And then we have blue, which, like I said earlier, this type of blue is super vibrant and young, like its little brother, the X5 5G.
¿Será verde el otro?
Two-tone on a darker blue and a lighter blue.
¿Apostamos por el
Also
verde?
makes a great-looking device under bright environments. And lastly, we gave you guys earlier renders. Yellow, POCO yellow, but with a different feel. With black frames and a black camera deco, making a true contrast, the yellow and black. It looks super close. If you look closely,
Los he quedado
it's also
120 de
made
Xiaomi
with
12 Pro.
powerful
Lástima
yellow
que es
as
un
well.
asesino de
So it
baterías.
works
Es uno de
really
los
well with
problemas,
black
sí.
frame. Now, here
Pero
are
acuérdate
three
que los
colors.
plebillos quieren
Got
estar
black,
pegados al teléfono todo el
yellow.
tiempo, así
Now,
que
my favorite's gotta
les
be the
insertan
yellow.
la carga más
Now,
rápida.
usually I'll probably choose black, but this yellow is really, really special. Which one is your favorite? And let us know in the comments below.
Mi favorito, el negro y el amarillo con negro.
Now, we talked about style, sleekness.
Style.
What about functional design? And when it comes to hardware design, we have also kept a dual speaker setup that supports Dolby Atmos. This will give you an immersive sound experience that's great for viewing content or recapping your 4K videos. And another very important feature for design function is the phone
Siento que esta
This is
presentación ya la
everything
vi.
when it comes to the feel of each vibration that comes out of the phone. And trust me, having a good one really matters. Which is why in our POCO X5 Pro is using an X-axis linear motor. It's flagship grade. So with all the design experience gone through, it really is a winning design experience. Now, with all the design experience feature gone through,
Si
this
tuviera
truly
un
is a
hijo,
design
¿a qué
experience.
edad le daría un
For now,
celular?
check out a product
Desde
video.
que está en el kinder, pero le daría un lamparín. Solo para que se pueda comunicar. Un smartphone. Esperaría lo más posible, güey. Lo más que se pueda, porque la neta, el momento que se les empieza a fomentar la adicción. Imposible que se lo suelte. Ninja.
So this is our POCO X5 Pro 5G, with so many features that are packed and improved. It is for sure the secret to winning for content creating. A balanced chipset that
Recuerden,
boosts your
chicos,
camera
dejar su like
capabilities,
para BonusTV.
supported by a big battery that lasts you all day and turbocharging. A display that is top of its class and equal to the class above. And design
TikTok es
that looks
cáncer.
so sleek and stylish, but also functional. This is our POCO X5 Pro. So moving on to the most exciting part, I'm sure. Price. I'm sure many of you right now have been itching to know this answer. So let's check out a quick comparison. Now we compare ourselves to another mid-range on the market. It's easy to say we outrank them in many
Snapdragon
aspects. I said it
778,
earlier,
pantalla
we wanna be the
AMOLED,
best smartphone
6.65,
in the $300
120
segment.
Hz,
So let's see
108
our base price
megapíxeles,
first.
100 mAh.
For our X5 Pro, our base variant of 6GB plus 128GB option, we have an amazing price of $299.
$300.
I
Estamos
lied.
hablando de
We're
5,800
lower than $300
pesos.
if we're counting the base variant. But as tradition goes, the early bird must be lower.
Algo así,
How much
Fire.
$249. $249.
O sea que vale lo mismo que el otro si lo
108
compro ahorita.
Snapdragon 778G, 67-watt turbocharging, Flow AMOLED with 120 Hz. Think about that. Digest it for a second. And then you think $249.
No, bro, si en serio, deja tu like.
We still have the higher variant. For the 8GB plus 256GB high variant option, we have a price of $349. And with the early bird, $299.
Ya, tranquilo,
Surprise.
tranquilo.
Both variants are actually under $300 with our early bird promotional prices. It's a little deal we want to bring for you for the New Year's. So we hope you guys really like these prices, as our team has worked insanely hard to lower it. So then when we come back to this comparison, it's almost like we're not in the same segment anymore. So with our channels also opening up on February 7th, I'm going to say it again. This might be the deal of the year. I know it's only the second month of the year, but still, this value is absolutely insane.
Gracias, Alberto.
So today, we brought two shocking devices to you. The POCO X5 5G and the POCO X5 Pro 5G. Made for the content consumer and the creators. The POCO X5 series is here and to set the standards
¿Por qué
in the market.
vale lo
As
mismo?
always, it's an absolute pleasure to be presenting and
¿Por
sharing
qué
with you
alguien
guys.
compraría el otro?
Guarantee it won't be long till we bring even more amazing products on your way.
¿Qué
Enjoy
pedo
the
con sus
upcoming
herramientas,
spring
con
weather.
sus...?
It's been a special one. For now, till next time.
See you later. Bueno, ahí tienen. Esos a mí son muy interesantes porque...
So we hope you guys really like these prices. 6GB high variant option. We have a price of $349. And with the early bird, $299. So surprise, both variants are actually under $300 with our early bird promotional prices. It's a little deal we want to bring for you for the New Year's. So we hope you guys really like these prices, as our team has worked
Está
insanely
muy...
hard to lower it. So then when we
Bueno,
come back to this
ahorita que salga el
comparison,
precio.
it's almost like we're not in the same segment
Están
anymore.
canibalizándose.
So with our channels also opening up on February 7th, I'm going to say it again. This might be the deal of the year. I know it's only the second month of the year, but still, this value is absolutely insane.
Aquí está.
Today, we brought
O sea, $249 por la versión más potente, $249 por la versión más... O sea, ¿por qué consideraría estos? Y pueden ver mejor estos. No tiene sentido para mí. O sea, el POCO X5 queda descartado si te puedo comprar el POCO X5 Pro. Mismo precio. Interesante. Bueno, chicos, dejen su like. Díganme qué opinan antes de irnos. Es hora de dormir. Denme sus sinceras opiniones. Porque no sé. Vamos a dejarlo así, vamos a dejarlo así. Es muy temprano, es muy temprano. Luego lo discutimos en un video. Repío del repío, sí, pues. ¿Cambia el procesador? Sí. Suena incoherente bastante. Sí, ese es 695 contra 765, güey. O sea, obviamente lo ideal lo hiciste por el Pro. No sé si lo hacen a propósito. Para darte la ilusión de elección, ¿no? ¿Por qué no son juicio comprar uno de esos si puede comprar una 52S? Muy buena pregunta, hermano. Muy buena pregunta. Dana es. Bueno, chicos, déjenme su like ahí, por favor. Y ya terminamos esto. Ahorita se va a autosubir un video a las 11 de la mañana del VMAX de Doji. Fíjate, me pasaron el video de promoción después de mandarme el equipo. Qué raro, ¿no? Me prometí que lo iba a subir, lo iba a discutir. Son peores que sus antecesores. Buena pregunta. Bueno, chicos, me las paso a retirar. Que tengan muy buena mañana. Váyanse a desayunar. Seguramente, Jesús. Seguramente. Sobre todo tú. Nos vemos.